Welcome back, everyone. Savage Sasquatch here, and we're back with some more Dark Souls Remastered on the Xbox One X. In today's episode, we are going after Dark Sun Gwyndolin. You can't just regularly go after her. There's only a couple of ways in which you can access this boss. This is an optional boss. The first one is, if you remember, after we defeated Ornstein and Smuff, or however you say his name, you uncover the well-endowed lady who grants a blessing to you and lets you join a new covenant, and everybody puts the sign on the floor that says amazing chest ahead. But anyway, so you can kill her, and if you do that, I believe you get chastised by either her or Gwyndolin or something like that, and that unlocks Gwyndolin straight away. The other option that you can do is you can go to... Here, let's see, we've got to push this. I hope I'm pushing it the right way. Yeah, down. That's where we wanted to go. The other way is if you wait a little bit later in the game and you go into the... if you go to the catacombs, in the catacombs, which we did a couple episodes back, you get the, I think it's the Dark Moon Seance Ring, and it looks like this in your inventory, and basically it just says it grants additional attunement slots, which is good for a caster, but you don't have to be a caster to use it, and you need to use it here. So if you wear that into this chamber, all of a sudden that statue will disappear and you have access. So let's go ahead and rest here for our slot. And I want to see if we can change that.
This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Punished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
So... Oops. I don't seem to have a kneel. So, emote? I'm sure there's one I've probably missed somewhere. Let's try bowing. Oh, or you can just...
Disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shalt protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
So we'll join that covenant. And we'll get another achievement. You also get the Dark Moon Blade Covenant Ring. I don't know if that does anything outside of the covenant itself.
Now thou art a blade of the dark, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the...
Alright. Let's take a look at that ring just to see. Answer the summoning. So yeah, basically it's another one of those rings that lets you invade other players, which in turn lets you gain reputation. I'm not a huge fan of this, at least not on first playthrough. You can always do it, but it just takes time, and it's not conducive to this series, as you got to do it quite a good bit. But maybe at some point we'll get into that. So I do want to put on a ring that's going to help me a little bit more. So let's look through and find our Claranthi ring is... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and traverse the white light.
What foolishness! Why would a blade of the dark moon trespasseth upon the great lord's tomb?
I wanted to pay my respects.
The words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
So she magically turns this hallway ridiculously long and makes you run quite a good ways down here. Gotta hide behind pillars a good bit. And she can shoot through them, so you may want to switch sides. Oh, and she throws knives, by the way. Alright. That was a good chunk of health from her. So rolling alternately back and forth between these is a great way to go about this. And we got to do this once more. With feeling. And if you see that big, you need to not be hiding when that one comes. And she's really quite easy, actually.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
And the hallway is magically short again. And we get the soul of Gwyndolin. We get the achievement to defeat her. And we get access to this. I think there's no way up there if I'm remembering right, but let's see here. You get the brass armor set. Oh, hope his ashes weren't in there. We weren't fond of that chair. Alright. That's odd. Nothing in that chest. And you get the Miracle Sunlight Blade. Oh, so this whole thing right here is the tomb. Wow. Big guy. Alright guys, so we're going to fast forward here, and that really wasn't a hard boss, and we're really very early in. I'm going to fast forward to the new Londo ruins, and the rest of this episode will be the early parts of that, so we'll see you guys there. Alright, so we got to another bonfire that we can use now that Gwyndolin is dead. We're going to level up our vitality once more. More health, good. Endurance is just not benefiting us a whole lot. We only got about 3 more points before we start hitting that. We hit that level 40 where you get serious diminishing returns off it. So we're going to warp to the Firelink Shrine. So we've taken out 2 of the 4 major bosses, and the 4 bosses are... The first 2 we took out were Dark Lord Nito and Seath the Scaleless. Now we're going after the 4 kings. That'll be our next episode. But we're going to, in this episode, venture at least a little ways into the ruins. Let's go down here. So a couple important things about the ruins of Izalith. Not the ruins of Izalith, I'm sorry. The new Londo ruins. Is that there are ghosts, and these ghosts can only be attacked by a couple of different methods. The first one really sucks, and it means you have to be cursed to be able to attack a ghost. through the conventional means with any weapon. The second means is, and you know, you lose half your health if you do that, meaning you can die very, very easily. The second method here is if you have the item Transient Curse, and there are a couple down here. We already got them when we first visited this area, but there's two right before you enter into the area where the ghosts are. You can't even hit that guy. There we go. So usually, I believe it's like right down here. There are ghosts. Okay, this guy's gonna come up here and start a fight. Not sure why. See how you like this. Oh, you don't. Should have thought about that earlier, buddy. He doesn't... That guy doesn't appear right away. He doesn't come till later in the game. But he was no match for us. So usually right down here, I believe, are two Transient Curses. And the third method is there are like 3 weapons in the game that can be used to kill a ghost. 2 of them drop from the ghosts, and the third one is the Cursed Artorias Greatsword. We took the other Greatsword, so we're going to be reliant on those. So let's adjust our inventory here. We don't need the Prism Stones anymore as much as we need these Transient Curses. The ghosts can drop more of them as well. So, let's see here. And once you pop one of these, you got 5 minutes. So, you need to be speedy. You need to do all the ghost killing that you're going to do. Alright. Okay. Somebody said try curses, and that's actually the right info right there. See here. Because we have our Transient Curse, no effort. You just gotta be careful. These guys can pop up from anywhere. They move through solid surfaces, so they are not your friend. Oh, that's another Firekeeper soul, which means we have 2 now. See, that guy just appeared behind us. And there's more Transient Curses, which basically means now we should be set. We got Transient Curses, and we got the Firekeeper soul that was located here. If I had known that was there, I always forget where those things are. If I had known, I might have even run over here and just risked the ghosts at some point earlier. I have not been turning around enough. What's he got on him? 2 more Transient... Okay, we're really good now. We've got like 5 in backup. So I think we found everything that there is to find down here. You know, it can leave a nasty surprise when your Transient Curse runs out, so you want to just have some semblance of the time that's passed. It might not even be the worst idea to have a stopwatch running. I probably should have done that. But we're going to just try to speed through this as much as we can. Get the maximum use out of those. Always... Oh, see? They don't really even hurt that much. Okay, you can't activate this contraption. This Quelaag Fury Sword definitely does the job. Especially when you're at 40 dex. Jagged Ghost Blade. Okay, that's one of the cursed weapons that, if worse comes to worst, you can use the Jagged Curse Blade to attack these guys. even if you don't have a transient curse up. But the game does provide you enough transient curses that unless you fall off the ruins a lot and die, wasting your cursed state, then you should be okay. I'm sure ghosts are going to guard this thing. Yep. You suck. Stupid ghost. Anyone coming from behind? There's a white door. I know there's got to be more than this guy. This is the obvious one. More transient curses. Let's get out of there real quick. I was sure that more guys were going to come. Alright. It's the spooky ghost time. Alright. Okay. So you can either go out here. There is an item there. I know ghosts come. Got a large soul there. There it is. I'm over here, Ghosty. There you go. I do want to take this ladder down. I want to kick this ladder down, actually. Oh, there's a ghost down there. I can't tell if that's the one I just killed or... No, it is not. I'm going to pop a flask to be safe here, because I'm sure our transient curse is going to be wearing off very soon, so in case it does, need to be ready. Yes, thank you for that. Alright. So yes, you can keep an eye on if your transient curse is still active by just keeping it on your bar, and if it's a lighter color or brighter, then you know that it is not still active. If it's dark like it is now, then you can't use it. Okay. I see an item way over there. So we have a couple different paths here that we can pursue. I see an item over there. Oh, hey. I don't like this. Oh, gosh. See? You get in a hurry. So we made it back here to where we died on one transient curse. So we kind of panicked when guys came out a second ago. And so we need to let these guys come to us. We'll just back up. We're on our first transient curse still of the area, so I've been killing every guy that I can just to make sure that new chances for transient curses still occur. Always destroy all this stuff. Helps you see them easier, because obviously they're here. I think that's the last of them in this area, or in this room. We can go ahead and drink while we can. And we're just going to pop a new transient curse. Nope, it's not going to let us. So... Alright, our transient curse just ran out, so we're going to pop another one very quickly. Okay. There is a ladder right there. You know what? There. Thought I heard another one. Now, no more transient curses have dropped. We're gonna go ahead and take this ladder. Number one, it's gonna give it. Oh gosh! Please get up there before we get knocked off. Come on, Ghosty. I know you're in there. Is it seriously not gonna pop up here? Well, we'll find out.
Well, you have I know exactly. You seek this is the key.
Alright, that's important. We got the key to the seal.
Numbers in the deepest. Use this key to break the seal. Oh, and the dark wraiths reside in a dark void. But the abyss is no place. Although, long ago, then if you can find him and learn from him. Hello there. The key to the seal is now in your hands.
So this guy can actually cure curses if you...
Anor Londo was sacrificed. Mark my words. The dark wraiths are the enemies of man, and they were never meant.
What can we purchase from him? We can purchase transient curses if we need for 1,000 apiece. That's very attractive should you... Let's see. Let's not waste any more of the transient curse we have. And this guy's going to come through the wall and attack us. Oh, I see him coming. Remember the first time I got to this place and had these ghosts that could not be killed attacking us, it was just absolutely terrifying. So we have two paths. One is down this way. I can't remember which way is the right path and which way is just for exploration. Come on. I know you're there. Probably should have stuck a shield out. Okay, so this overlooks the other path, which is your correct path, just so you can see. Well, actually. Okay, yeah, here's the room where we came in and broke all that pottery before we fought a million ghosts off. You can continue farther down here before you go out if you'd like, and go back this way, and I'm sure there's some kind of goodie. Might as well flask up just to be safe. The curse bite ring that helps you resist curses. And curses is what we do when this guy pops up next to us. Did not mean to run out that way. Camera angles can turn you around a little funny in this. Not a huge fan of that, but we're making it through alright. Okay. Green Titanite shards. You serious? Nothing? No ghosts have come to accost me? It's a miracle. Large soul of a nameless shoulder. Those nameless shoulders. Okay, so you can go way up there. What is that thing up there? I think it's one of those things I died to earlier in the game. Little weirdo. You can go way over here. There's one humanity there. I'm definitely gonna, well, yeah, I was gonna say if we can plunge and kill that thing. You don't see those guys often. Oh, my transient curse has run out. So we cleared out that way from that piece of loot. I don't think there's anything else up here that he was guarding. It's more just those guys. Whenever they spawn, like, you can kill them, you get a humanity for it, and if you don't kill them, I think they actually despawn if they kill you. Because I had one kill me in the middle of a pack of those mushroom men back in the tree, if you remember. So we can go up or down. Up always seems... I know down is the ultimate correct path, so I'd rather see what's up here first. It just looks like one measly paltry item, but it's a bow and arrows, so arrows are always welcome. And we're going to continue on down. I think we're getting towards the end of the area where we need the transient curses, and we still have 3 on us, with the ability to go buy more for 1,000 apiece from the guy who gave us the key. That guy is very important. You either have to backtrack to him or find him the first time. So, let's see here. And yeah, you have to get that from you. I guess you wouldn't have to backtrack that far, but I don't think you could get around that. So there's only one way this can go. This opens up the floodgates. It is possible to get this far earlier in the game, don't get me wrong. There's just not a whole lot of point. It's very low reward, high risk. Okay, and that opens up the way. That is the door. Now, we haven't been there from the Valley of the Drakes, but that's the door from that direction. So that opens up a whole nother way that we can get here. And, let's see. So now the contraption should move. Ideally, we find a bonfire very soon. So down here, just to show you guys. Oh, somebody's coming. I want to see, can we just swing away at these guys? Ah, that would be bad. You want to at least be a little defensive. They give 1,200 apiece, it's not terrible. So yeah, this path right here, this is from the Valley of the Drakes, that goes up to... You know, we really want to go get that item. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. Okay, so I teleported to the area right across from Sen's Fortress because I wanted to come down here to the Darkroot Garden. There is a forward checkpoint, I guess you could call it here, that will take us similarly to where we just were. So we're gonna rest here, so that way we have this as our new checkpoint, so we don't have to keep using transient curses and going across the Ghostlands. I really am not a fan, if you haven't figured out, of that area. And each of the 4 areas, the final 4 like areas, has their annoying thing, whether it's going in the dark in the Tomb of the Giants or in the fire in the Lost Izalith, I think that's what it's called, to the ghosts here, or the invisible walkways on the way to Seath. Thankfully it's not throughout, otherwise that would get really painful. So we got a dragon. Okay, so we're gonna play it like that. guys still really hurt a lot. Like, I didn't even realize he was still alive. There we go. Oh, they do give you 1,000. I guess this is meant to be a later in the game enemy. Right across the bridge here. Now we have several of these guys to go through, but right across the bridge here is... Well, there's an item that's what I originally set out to get. That's another one down. They make sounds sometimes that sound like they're dead. They're not dead. Until they start going crystally sparkly there, don't count them dead. So now we can get this item here. Spider shield and the brigand armor. We're going to lure these guys out one at a time. So we're going to take this opportunity to get our crap back. Come on. Oh, yeah, we did. Just wanted to get this guy down before... the goofy thing comes out and attacks us again down here. Now, since we've got this all cleared, I do want to run over here. That plague dragon, I believe, is over here somewhere, and I want to knock that guy out of this place. Oh, yeah, there's another Drake over here in there. You know what? How about we just run past him instead? Yeah, he backs off. While he's puking, we'll go and... Ooh, he still hits like a truck. And we've slain another plague dragon. Okay, so we've made it back to this area. We can see one of those night guys. I think he's going to see us here and run down. Still not sure exactly what the best method for these guys is. I think maybe we... They can block, but... Well, that worked. Just play it careful, I guess, is never a bad strategery. That's a lot of bodies. Okay, I just want to get my bearing here real quick. This is where we came in originally before we died. So we can either try going up this, which doesn't work, or we can go where that guy came from. Simple. Okay, before we go in here, is there anything out here we need to know about? Because I don't want any of those guys sneaking up on me, because they do hit like trucks. No, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. Let's go in with the shield out. Let's break all their pottery, give them a reason to be mad at us. That is such a good trap. Let's make our way back through here. He can follow us out onto our footing if we want to. There he is. Oh. That one attack is so powerful. Two shots those guys. It really trivializes the how devastating they can be. Guess we could have seen him through the slats there. No, I said slats. Alright. In through here. I know we're coming up, we're very close to a bonfire. Hey, there you are. And another one bites the dust. Just gotta move very precariously through here. Oh, that's a giant slime. That right there is the suck of the week. I don't remember what he does. I just remember not liking him. Just want to get rid of that guy very quickly before... yeah. Okay, something is eating away at my health, so I don't... There's no even bar showing at what rate this is going to keep occurring. Okay, it stopped, thank goodness. Alright. Really, really? Very quiet. There we go. So that takes that guy out of the picture. We're on our final 2 flasks, so I'm not super enthused about this right now. Okay, I know somewhere in here is one of these guys, so we're just going to be slow going about this, because you never know when you poke your head in one of these looking for loot and then the guy comes out of one. There he is. Yeah, he'll get salty about that one. The dashing attack followed by a nice roll away often can work. It's a good method. There's another humanity. Okay, that's a little staircase there. There's 2 paths here. Okay, this is the path that goes back up to Ghostland there. So now we know that we can go back to Firelink if we need to warp. Alright. There's the soul of the brave warrior that was overlooking that area. I don't know what is up here. I don't remember this. Not one bit. I'm almost afraid I'm high enough where the ghosts can be here. Okay. Nope, we're good. And there's a very large ember. Oh, I think that actually allows you to enchant weapons to a plus 15. Which is not necessary because we have the Quelaag Fire Sword, but it will allow some weapons to get up to a very, very powerful state for those who want just straight damage. No status effects. Okay, so we've got the soul of the whatever up there, and we've got the very large ember from up there as well. So now we're facing out here, and I know we're getting close to a bonfire somewhere, one would think. Let's not fall in there. Oh, we did get stabbied there. And somehow he has some health left after that. That works. Hidden path right there. I really want this guy to come out here. It's not fighting there. Even though he stands as much chance of falling off as we do. And now we can make our way across slowly and safely. If that was a monster, that would be terrible. Titanite chunks, those are important for weapon upgrading. Cracked red eye orb. Okay, here comes another of our favorite ghoulies. Oh. We need a drink. Yikes. Don't fall off there either. Large soul of a proud knight. I remember that room seeming to be terrible. This area here overlooks the area where we first dropped in, so this is very little use to us right at this moment. And we've got more guys coming our way. That's one down. I felt like I saw a ghost here a second ago. Oh, that's terrifying. We're gonna have to pop another one of our transient curses here, just because somewhere over here that really hurt. We're gonna have to pop a humanity for our heal. Probably shouldn't have gone after the dragons here, but what can you do? As long as that guy was happy to be stuck there, I'm good with him being stuck there. There's finally that ghost. Oh, here comes the other ghost. That guy really likes doing bad crap up there. Get away from that. 5,000. I don't think those guys respawn. The ghosts will, and anything else that, like this guy right here. Just time it, and they'll walk right into you. Ooh, a Titanite chunk. The fact that you can farm Titanite chunks. Yeah, I see you up there, Ghosty. I'm waiting to see if he comes back down, but apparently not. Another Titanite chunk. Very, very useful. And be wary of right. Yeah, that's a dude. He got me once, I got him twice, and twice is enough. Was that absolutely pointless? Absolutely. Need beanpole. Alright guys, we're going to go into our inventory here. The Chloranthy ring comes off. And let's see what we have here. We've got the Covenant of Artorias ring. I think we got that from Sif, if I'm remembering correctly. And that lets us traverse the abyss to drop into the Four Kings fight. So that's going to be our next episode. A little precarious going in there without with carrying like 57,000 souls. I could really go back. I could hearth back and pop a few items and easily have enough for 2 levels. But that's not what we're up to right now. Actually, no, it is, because we have no flasks to use in that fight. So that's absolutely what we're going to do. Alright guys, let's see here. So we popped the Homeward Bone. Yeah, as nice as it is to be here, just getting here with no flasks because we went to Dragonland. Oh wait, we are going to go here. We're going to, let's see. Large soul of a brave warrior. So I know we have enough for 1 level here, not for 2. So, yeah, we'll take a big extra chunk of health there. And now with that, we can go back to... we're going to warp back to Firelink Shrine, but that's going to be it for our video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to shoot us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. And above all, please subscribe to the channel, and we will keep plenty more action coming your way. In our next video, we will be taking down the 4 kings, so make sure to head back for that. It'll be a good one. And then we'll also probably start into Lost Izalith, that fiery area that we where we killed Ceaseless Discharge earlier. So, alright. So anyway, until next time, this is Savage Sasquatch from GamingReportCard.com, and I am out of here.